Namaste, welcome. My name is Dina Jensen, and it's so nice to be here with you today for our TGIF Yoga. We made it to Friday, and today's practice, I wanted to just carve out this time and have us try to remember back. Maybe it's just right before the crisis started, right before kind of everybody was staying at home, and what it was like for you when you were getting ready for your weekend. Because things have changed so much. I mean, our days are just kind of spilling into each other. A lot of rituals are gone. A lot of the things that we were doing has changed, and some of it's really for the good. I'm a very simple person. I'm very happy to be home and do simple things. And at the same time, finding moments of really joy, happiness, and just fun. So that's kind of the intention of this practice. It's not to minimize the suffering. It's not to say I don't feel worried or, all of the things that we know are associated with this time. But it's also to hold in our container all of it, to have some moments that we're together that are just some fun and mindful. So remember back what it was like when you were getting ready for the weekend. Or maybe you need to think way back to your college years if you're not in college, if college is a long time ago, or any time in your life where there was a little bit of excitement to go do something that was maybe special. So can you cultivate that? Think about what was that like, and getting ready and trying on like new outfits. I want you to think of some of the things that we do today as trying on a new outfit. And if it doesn't fit you, if it doesn't make you feel like really good to go dancing or something, then you're going to get rid of it and try on another outfit. Okay, so maybe even think, as we take just a few breaths, maybe think to yourself of somebody who you enjoy to being with, somebody who you would go out with on the weekend and just enjoy spending time with. So we're kind of all together. You can think of our community, or you can just think of a really good friend, a sibling, a cousin, a partner, anybody who you enjoy spending some time with. So that's kind of the vibe that I'd like to share with you all today, okay? So in that vein, let's get onto the mat and just have some fun together. Play some music if you've got it, and just enjoy your movement. Nobody is there to see you, so if you feel like dancing a little bit, if you feel like moving in a completely different way, do it, do the things that feel really, really good for you. If I'm talking about breathing in one way and you want to breathe in another way, then, go for it, okay? So just have some fun. All right, let's get on the mat. We're just going to start with some standing poses. So if you have a blanket, that's something you may or may not want, and also a couple of blocks may or may not be something that you need, but you don't need any of it. I'll give you lots of options. All right, so let's just start standing in your mountain pose with your feet at hip distance or closer or wider. Walk around and just kind of feel what is working for you today. And, feel a little grounding in the feet, a little engagement in the legs, a little lifting in the crown of the head. Relax your shoulders and just take a moment where we take a few breaths. So you're welcome to have a soft gaze or close your eyes. And let's take just a couple of mindful breaths. So you could set some intentions here. Take a breath in and say, I am. And on your breath out, having fun. A breath in, I am. And a breath out, enjoying myself, whatever comes to you. Or maybe you take a breath in and you picture someone who you like to be with. And kind of dedicate the practice to them. One mindful breath more. All right, so open your eyes gently, just bend the knees a little bit and just let things start to move. So let your arms swing a little bit. You can bend the knees, you can stay still, or you can just let them swing from side to side. breathing naturally. Maybe you're listening to some music. You can let more of the body start to turn to one side. And then if you want to add just a little bit, we'll walk around. So if you watched Andrea's 5 Tibetan rituals, she walked around in a circle. So go ahead and you could walk yourself all the way around and come back and swing the arms side to side. And then we'll go in the other direction, whatever direction you want to do. So swing yourself around. There you go. And maybe just a little shifting. The arms can get lower or they can stay higher. Can you let the hips shift side to side? Do whatever you want with the arms. Doesn't have to be what I'm doing. And maybe the arms get a little higher and the hips keep going. And maybe you go higher and just let it start moving. Move the body, move the breath. And then come to extended mountain and release your arms down. So let's give a few shakes. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms. Shake, 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 shake. And let's roll the shoulders now. So roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then back. And roll the shoulders up and back. Just do a few rolls. Shoulder rolls up and back. Breathing in any way that feels good for you, slow or fast. And then can we try to roll one shoulder back and then the other, almost like that backstroke movement. And feel free to let the hips shift around if you want. So the knees might bend. Just feeling breath, just feeling movement. A couple more, rolling, shifting, and then come on back. One more time with both shoulders rolling up and back and up and back. Okay, take a breath. Let's start with your hands in front of your heart. We'll do some overhead arms. Take a breath in, arms go out and up, palms are up, reach up towards the ceiling, and then find your left wrist with your right hand, and exhale as you pull yourself over to your right. And then inhale, come back to center, and then switch. Whatever side you didn't do the opposite, pull the wrist over. Go a little bit, go a lot, whatever works for you. And then reach, reach, reach. And exhale, hands come back in front of your heart. Okay, so let's take a breath in, adding on, arms come up and overhead. On your exhale, release your left arm right in front of you, and your right arm out to the right, and push out through the heel of the hand. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling and spread the fingers apart. And then inhale, come back to center and place the palms facing down to get a stretch through the wrist. Exhale, do the other side. So push out through your front arm. The side arm is just directly out to your side. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, hands back in front of your heart. So you can stay with that one movement. Okay, we tried on doing this. And again, if you don't want to lift the arms overhead, they can stay at shoulder height as you do that. Or we're going to open up and have the side arm go all the way behind you for a little bit of a twist. So we'll put all of that together with the crescent pose. Hands in front of your heart. Let's inhale. Arms lift up and overhead. This time hold on to your right wrist with your left hand and then pull yourself over to the left. Inhale, come back to center, switch. Exhale, pull yourself over. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to release the left arm in front of you and then reach the right arm all the way behind you. And you might even look behind you. Push out through your hands. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, other side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, hands come in front of your heart. Okay, so let's do a little bit more for the wrists. We're going to inhale the arms out to shoulder height. Palms are up. And now point the fingers down to the mat. Thumbs point behind you. And you can do this one arm at a time, by the way. Okay, so if you just want to do one at a time. And then we're going to curl the fingers up. Curl, 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 make fists. turn the knuckles up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbows, and then touch your shoulders. And then open up with a breath. Uncurl everything. And then opposite, curling, curling, touch your shoulders with your fists, open up. Last time, curl the fingers in, bend the elbows, and then inhale as you open up, and then release the arms down. So shake things out. So let's get those arms going again. Breathing. If you want to add on hips, shifting to one side. Keep breathing. If you want to let the arms start to get higher, higher, you could go higher. You might go all the way overhead. And then lower, 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 until you get all the way back down. Okay, so let's put all of that together. We'll do the crescent pose, your choice of the outfit. Do you want to do this or do you want to twist? And then your choice if you're doing both hands or if you're doing one arm at a time. Okay, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, arms out and up. Hold on to your left wrist. Exhale over to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Switch. Exhale over to your left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, this time right arm in front, left arm to the side or behind. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, do the opposite. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release your arms to shoulder height. Turn the palms up. Fingertips down, thumbs behind you. Curl the fingers in, turn the knuckles up, touch your shoulders, and then open up. 2 more times. Curling the fingers in, knuckles up, touch. Feel strong when you do this. You're making a big muscle. I'm strong. And then release your arms down, and let's end with our final twirl. So arms are just loose, swinging. Maybe your head gets involved. Whatever you want to do. Nobody's there to see you. Keep going. Get to about shoulder height. And now we're going to just turn in one direction, okay? So just turn yourself around and then swing the arms. Swing. Maybe you let the hips shift a couple times. Like the whirling dervishes, right? And then swing yourself around as you come back. And then go lower with the arms, lower, lower. Okay, so we're just going to do a few flows here together. I think I will turn to the side, so if you want to see what I'm doing, you'll be able to see me from the side. Or just listen to my cues. Here is a place where you may or may not want to have a blanket nearby so that you can slide a blanket underneath your knees as we go through this. We're going to try on a couple of things in the middle of the flow. Ready? So stand at the front of your mat, the short edge of your mat. I have a really big mat, so you can't really tell where you're standing. But we're doing the sun salute variation where you need to step yourself back. All right, so hands in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra. And again, just take a moment of breath. Maybe find that person you were thinking of and place them in your heart, or come back to your intention, whether that was some fun, joy, whatever it was for you. And let's inhale, reaching the arms overhead, however you like to get them overhead. And on your exhale, bend the knees, shift the hips back, ground into the heels, release the arms down to your side or maybe behind you. The inhale reaches the arms up again, the chest lifts, and on your exhale, bend at the hips and touch the ground. So bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, step your right foot back and put your right knee down on the ground. Point the right toes straight back, and then inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Breathe out, touch the ground, and step the front foot back. So here, if your knees are bothering you, you could do plank, down dog, plank. If you need the blanket, put the blanket underneath your knees. So here's a little add-on. We'll do the cat-cow. Take a breath in, ground through the L of your hands. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, drop the head round the spine. Inhale, flip the spine, so tailbone up, heart reaches away from the navel. And then exhale, come to neutral. Our add-on, you could keep doing what we just did, or take a step to one side, it doesn't matter which, but take a step over to a side and do cat-cow here. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, tuck the tailbone, drop the head. On the inhale, do your cow. One more, exhale, inhale. And then we can add on a side stretch here. Staying here, you're already in a side bend. If you shift your hips back and out away from your hands, sit back, let the head drop in between the arms. So the hips are shifting towards the right and your arms are, or whatever side your arms are reaching, the hips shift away. Inhale, come back up. And then walk your hands back to center. Take a breath in. And then exhale over to the other side, whatever side you didn't do. And then go into cat pose and cow pose. One more cat pose and cow pose. And then we'll do the side bend. Come to neutral spine, look in between your hands, and then shift your hips back and away from your hands. Drop the head down, get a good stretch as much as you want to sit back. Take the breath into the side of the ribs that are getting stretched. Inhale, come back to center, walk back. All right, we need to get to the top of the mat, which is always the hardest. However you can get there, take an inhale, and on your exhale, step the right foot forward. The inhale lifts the arms overhead. Exhale touches the ground. Curl the back toes under. Inhale will lift the back leg for high lunge. Exhale slides the back foot forward. Keep the knees bent, hips back, ground into the heels. Inhale, lift the arms and chest. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, hands into your heart. Okay, so we'll do the other side. Stepping back with the left foot with some more add-ons. Find your breath, hands in front of your heart center. Movement is so important. Inhale, arms out and up or forward and up. This time, exhale, hands into your heart center. Bend the knees, hips back. Inhale, pause for a breath. And then exhale, keep folding all the way down till you touch the mat. Inhale, steps the left foot back. Exhale, drops the left knee down. Inhale, lifts your arms up. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale, steps the front foot back. And we're at this place we were at. So here you can continue. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Here you can continue with the cat-cows that we just did, or you can reach one leg out to the side. The toes can point forward or at a diagonal or away from you, whatever feels good. And then do the cat-cow here. Round the spine. Inhale into your cow. One more rounding and opening. And then let's walk the hands towards your extended legs a little bit. And do the same thing. Do a cat and do a cow. Do a cat and a cow. And then walk yourself back and walk yourself away from your extended leg. Do a cat. Do a cow. Do a cat. Do a cow. And then walk your hands back to center. Last add-on is a twist. So you could be, again, with your, at your table legs or with your legs extended. Whatever leg is out to the side, have that be your arm or have your opposite arm be your grounding arm, okay? So we're gonna be lifting the arm that is closest to your leg. So lift the ribs and the arm on an inhale up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, slide that arm behind your standing arm and come down. Maybe the head touches, but it doesn't have to a twist. And then inhale, open up and come back to center. Okay, let's do the other side. So you're in your tabletop, step the leg out. We'll do a couple cat-cows and then some twists. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale into your cow.
Exhale into your cat.
Inhale into your cow. Adding on, walk over towards your extended leg that's out to the side.
And do your cat.
And your cow.
Cat.
And cow. And then walk back. So the arm that's opposite of the leg that's extending, that's going to be your standing arm. You're really strong there. Lift the opposite, the ribs that are nearest to your leg. Those, inhale, open up, arm opens, and exhale, thread your arm behind your standing arm. Big inner thigh stretch. Inhale if you want to do one more. Do one more. And then come on back. And let's come back to table. So if anybody likes to do the down dog and plank, you can add on a few here, or sit back and take a rest in child's pose, or come into puppy dog pose. I'll do a couple table to planks. Curl the toe, or down dog to planks. Curl the toes under, ground through the L of your hand, shift the hips back and up. And you can come with your breath to your plank, shoulders forward, legs strong, arms strong, belly strong. Doing a few back and forth, back and forth. And then let's hold in down dog. And you can shift your hips a little bit. Move the booty, move your hips, side to side. And then let's step your feet together. Bend the knees a lot, and then choose a side, right or left. You're going to turn the knees and the toes in the same direction. Knees are bent. Push into your hands and push your hips back. Push, 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 and then do the opposite. Come back to center, feet are together. Start walking the feet away, knees point in the same direction. Bend the knees and push. Come back. And from here, you can step the left foot forward, or you can come back to table. Take a breath in. Everybody step the left foot forward. Put your back knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Curl the back toes under. Inhale, come into your high lunge. Slide the back foot forward. Bent knees, hips are back. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms down. And inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Okay. So the last standing pose that we'll do, poses, are going to be some things just to move your hips. So if you have blocks, you might want blocks in front of you, or you could use some books. People are getting creative. I've got a bench here. I can show you if you're in your bedroom or if you're near a chair or something like that, you could use that for your support. So let's start stepping your feet wide. Your feet are parallel-ish. Hands are on your hips. And just bend one knee and let the hips go in that direction. So kind of stick your booty out in that side. Breathe in, breathe out. You know, whatever breath works for you. I'm folding at the hips. I'm letting the bum go back as I do that. And you could be higher, right? You don't have to do the fold. You could be really high and just a little bit back and forth. You could go slower or faster. All right, so pause, the add-on, you could keep going there. If you have blocks, or if you want to, I'll show you on my bench. Here's an add-on, is you come forward, folding at the hips, you put your hands on something, and you do the same thing. Okay, so you're shifting the hips back as you do this. I'm going to turn back around. I'll show you with my blocks. You come forward, you shift from side to side. Again, you can go a little bit more slowly or a little bit faster. All right, if it's working out for you, we're just going to add on a little bit. Turning out your left foot at a diagonal. Walk your blocks over, or your hands can be on the ground, or if you can walk books over, you can try that. Bend the knee towards that foot. Bend the right knee towards that foot. And so your opposite foot can stay grounded, or if you're lower, that opposite foot might turn up, toes up, knees up. We're trying on the outfits. This might be way too tight for you, this outfit. Okay, and then come up, walk back, get your blocks, get what you need. You could be doing this on your chair or your bed. Walk over to the other side, turn the left toes out, the left foot out, bend the knee, your booty's back. You can keep the opposite foot where it is, or you could turn the toes and knees to point up. All right, last add-on, and then we're gonna cool down. So come to a place where you're touching something, you're folded forward, your toes are parallel, and we're going to walk your hands and maybe any props you have over to the right. And so it's like a wide-legged forward bend, but with a side bend. And then bend your left knee, so the knee that's away from your hands, bend that.
Let the head drop down and get a good inner stretch, inner thigh stretch.
Come back up, walk back, go to the other side. So again, if this outfit's not fitting you, do something that feels better. So I'm reaching over to one side and I bend the knee in the opposite direction.
You might even turn that foot out a little bit if that feels better for you. Careful in the knees. Take a good breath in.
Come back to center. And then keep the hips over the ankle, in line with the ankle. Maybe reach the hands forward.
Let the head drop down. You could do a down dog spine with a wide-legged bend.
And then last one to try is bending at the knees and let the booty really stick out behind you. Maybe even hold on to ankles, or again, you could hold on to props, keeping your shin parallel. And then if you'd like to try to straighten the legs and drop the head down. Bend the knees, stick the booty out, lift the chest,
and then straighten and hold. If your hands are on the ground, you can walk them in between your feet. Fingertips point in the same direction as your toes. Take a breath.
Okay, so let's come up by bending at the knees. You can turn the feet out a little bit, hands on your thighs, lift up, step in, and let's get all the way down for just a little bit of cool down. So come onto your back, however you like to get down. Come onto your back. We'll do a twist, and then knees to chest. So try on different twists. One twist you could try is the one knee twist. So lie on your back and straighten one leg long on your mat. Have your arms out to the side and bend the opposite knee into the torso. Let the bent knee drop over to your opposite side, and then put the hand maybe on the outer knee if you'd like. And the knee that's dropping over, the arm that's on the same side, that can reach out. The palm can be up or down. Try both of those on. See what you like better. Palm up is a little more opening, palm down's a little more grounding. You can look towards the ceiling or away. If there's another twist that you really like to do, you should do it here. That might be a windshield wiper for you. And then come on back to center. Bend both knees and now straighten the opposite. Whatever one you didn't do, arms to the side, the knee comes in, and then the knee drops over the midline. And place the opposite hand maybe on outer knee, and then reach out through your extended arm, either palms up or down. Breathe. Come on back to center. Step your foot down, bend your knees. You can do each of those twists one more time, or you can do the two-kneed twist, okay, the revolved abdomen twist. I like to move my hips in one direction away from how my knees are going to drop. So if you step into your feet, and again, choose if you'd rather do the first one, that's fine. Step into your feet. You lift the hips off the ground a little bit. You shift them. I'm going to shift mine to the right. Bring the knees in. Keep the knees and ankles stacked. Your feet can be active, a little bit of flex. Arms out to the side. Here I like to put my palms down. Feel your in-breath, and on your exhale, let the knees drop to the left, so away from wherever you shifted your hips. And then inhale, come back to center, step the feet back down, lift the hips, shift them over to the left or the opposite side that you went to, knees in, exhale. Knees over to the right, head center or away. And then let's inhale, come on back to center, step your feet down, center your hips, give yourself a big hug. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe open the knees wide, put your hands in between your legs, hold on to your shins or ankles, take a breath or two here. The straddle pose can also be done with your feet down and knees open, or your feet up and holding on. Let's take a few breaths. Let's bring the knees back together, step them down. Place your hand on your belly, another hand on your heart. Start to feel your own breathing. You might even do some belly breath here, or a two-part breath if you know either of those. Or you can just feel the belly and the chest rise at the same time. Two more. On your next full and complete exhale, release your hands. You are absolutely welcome to stay here for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or if that's enough for you, you can roll to your side and come up. I'm going to sign off and thank you, but feel free to stay in your final relaxation for a couple more minutes, a few more breaths. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you have a wonderful weekend filled with moments of joy and fun and happiness. Namaste.